Tetsuya Nomura makes sure his protagonists look attractive because people don't want to look ugly in the game world too. What? You're telling me you do not want to run around in a world of dragons and demons and dark knights looking like a fried potato? Excuse me? I think this is the best part of games, is that you cannot choose how you look, but rather get forced to look a certain way because of politics and opinions and feelings. That's how I like my games to be today. When Elden Ring 2 comes out, Miyazaki, please remove the character creation menu and replace it with the ugliest character you can imagine out of your deepest depths of your mind. I'm sure you can do that, Miyazaki. You have proven this countless times in your games. So please make the main character look like that as well. And the females as well, because there are already way too many simps in these games. Now, if you have played any Final Fantasy game ever in your entire existence, then you might have noticed that they look not that bad, if I can put that mildly. So they always look like well, pretty much perfect. And this philosophy and reason has deep root inside the mindset of Tetsuya Nomura. Hopefully I didn't massacre that name. Who is the designer of the characters in Final Fantasy, or Final Fantasy VII to be exact. And so this is the deepest and most epic backstory that you will ever hear in your entire life. So sit down, please, grab an apple pie or something to relax with, maybe even butterscotch, what do I know, and embrace the deepness of this story. When asked about why his protagonist designs are always handsome, especially when compared to your standard shonen manga lead, e.g. FF7's Cloudstrife versus Luffy from One Piece. Luffy, whatever. Nomura explains the roots of his design philosophy. When I was in high school, a classmate was playing a game where the main character wasn't looking good. They said, I can't read. Why do I have to be ugly in the game world too? Really left a strong impression on me. This experience resonated with Nomura so much that when it came to designing his own characters, started making it so that players could look cool and attractive in game. Wow. Now, if this isn't the craziest, deepest background story of an epic anime character you have heard, then I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you, but your expectations for this world are too high. But not every single human being agrees with Nomura's philosophy of the visualization of game characters. No matter how cutting-edge graphics get, the video game industry is often accused of being stuck in a previous century when it comes to portraying women. Yes, of course. We are behind of time, my fellow gamers. We need to get with the times. We need to see with our own eyes that women are just more than sexual objects. This is also the reason why you only see on social media ass and bobs, because they do not want to be sexualized. In video games, it's just, it kind of raises your expectations. This is also what you kind of see in I find it very fascinating if you go to other cultures, other countries, and take a look at, for example, Japan. Because if you've been there, then they approach this matter in a whole different way, which is also kind of like why all of these studios are Japanese, which have attractive character design, because women look at this differently as well. For example, if you ask a woman there, what they think about these character designs, you would get a completely different response, which would be like, or people should strive in general to be as good looking as possible to not only appeal to other men, but also, or the opposite gender in general, but also to have, if I dare say it, a better society, because everyone is trying his best to look as good as possible. And if the norm of the society is at a certain level of what looks good, what should we look like, then everyone is kind of striving to get on that level. Of course, it shouldn't be like too over the top and unrealistic, and you shouldn't give it 100% of your focus, but you can at least wash yourself once a week. Unlike it is portrayed in the Western society, where it's more like, you can look as crap as you want, you can be overweight and all of that. Just do what you want. I personally don't agree with that kind of style. Of course, I'm just a reporter here, and I shouldn't give my own opinion. But I think it is much more desirable if every person in a society has a kind of standard of how they look, and they try to, they give their best in their best in their ability to look as decent as possible, at the least. When you go outside, it looks very nice as well. If you've been ever to Japan, it's just a very nice atmosphere to have in general. I think people think differently. Everyone has his own opinions. Nonetheless, I think the society is just like, don't really care. Just look how you want to. Just be as fat and ugly as possible is probably not the way to go to strive to anything. But that is just my humble opinion at the end of the day. Let me know what you think about all of this, gamers. Now, leave a like if you're gay, leave a like if you're not. And let me know in the comments below, of course, why you think Cloud is not actually Cloud.